Hello students, this is Shailaja Vibhute, lecturer, Gupte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. In the last class we have learnt about definition of electricity, electric current, types of current, direction of current. Today let us start with most important law in current electricity, that is Ohm's law. To understand Ohm's law, first we have to learn about potential difference. You already know this, the flow of electrons is nothing but electric current. The SI unit of current is ampere. If 1 coulomb of charge flow through the conductor in 1 second, then the current is said to be 1 ampere. Say we have copper wire. Do you think electricity will flow? Clearly not, because there is nothing that triggering it. So what is that factor which triggers the electricity? It is voltage or volt. When we talk about voltage, we often referred as potential difference. Why we call it as a difference? Because it is the difference of electric pressure between 2 points. Means if we see the definition of potential difference, it is the work done to drive unit positive charge from one point to another in a circuit. Let us see the definition of Ohm's law. The current in a metallic conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across its ends, provided temperature and other physical conditions of the conductor are kept constant. Means current is directly proportional to potential difference. Condition is temperature and other physical conditions must remain constant. If I is current and V is potential difference, then I is directly proportional to V or V is proportional to I. When we remove the proportionality sign, we have to write a constant, and that constant here it is R. So V is equal to I into R, where R is constant of proportionality and it is known as resistance of the conductor. The value of R depends on nature of the material, its dimensions and its temperature. So most important law, the mathematical form of Ohm's law is V is equal to IR. Let us see limitations of Ohm's law. Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductors, not applicable for superconductors, vacuum tubes, and it is not applicable for metallic conductors at very low and very high temperature. So you can expect a 2-mark question here. Any 2 limitations you have to write. There are some devices which obey Ohm's law. Those devices are called ohmic devices. For example, metallic conductor, voltmeter and ammeter. Voltmeter is instrument which is used to measure potential difference. Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure electric current. So these are ohmic devices because they obey Ohm's law. For ohmic devices, if we plot a graph by taking potential difference along x-axis and current along y-axis, we get a straight line. Current increases linearly with the increase in voltage. But there are some devices which do not obey Ohm's law. Those are called non-ohmic devices. For example, semiconductors, triodes, diodes, etc. Here, if we plot a graph by taking potential difference along x-axis, current along y-axis, current increases non-linearly with increase in voltage. So this is the difference between ohmic device and non-ohmic device. There we will get a straight line, but here it is non-linear, means it is a curve. Okay, let us see the definition of electrical resistance. It is the ratio of potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor to the current flowing through it, means R is equal to V divided by I. V is potential difference, I is current. Whether this resistance of the conductor depends on applied voltage? No. Resistance of the conductor is independent of applied voltage. If we want to see the meaning of resistance of the conductor, then it is the amount of opposition offered by the conductor to the flow of electric current. So what is resistance? Opposition offered by the conductor for the flow of current. See in this slide, free electrons are moving inside the conductor and this conductor opposes the flow. It is nothing but resistance. Okay. SI unit of resistance is ohm. Then definition of 1 ohm is the resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm if 1 ampere of current flows through it when a potential difference of 1 volt is applied. If we see the circuit symbol of resistance, this is circuit symbol of resistance. And this is carbon resistor. Okay, very interesting one, that is the origin of resistance. Say when potential difference is applied across a conductor, then what happens? Electric field is set up inside it. Applying potential difference means what? You have to connect one battery. So when battery is connected, electric field is set up inside the conductor. You are observing positive and negative here. It is nothing but it is electric field. So when electric field is set up, what this electric field will do? It accelerates the free electrons. Here you are observing blue color dots, those are nothing but free electrons which are flowing. When electric field is applied, acceleration means speed of these free electrons increases. As these electrons move through the conductor, they collide with the fixed positive ions, atoms or free electrons. So when they collide, definitely their speed decreases. This is nothing but opposition to the motion of free electrons. And that only we are calling it as resistance. Say you are increasing the temperature of the conductor. Then what happens? Definitely collision increases. If collision increases, opposition will increase, means resistance also increases. Factors on which resistance of the conductor depends. Resistance of the conductor, it depends on length, it depends on area, it depends on nature of the conductor and temperature of the conductor. Then how it depends on length? The resistance of the conductor is always directly proportional to length of the conductor and it is inversely proportional to area of cross section. If L is length of the conductor, and A is area of cross section, then R is directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to A, so R proportional to L divided by A. Here, if you remove the proportionality sign, you have to write a constant, and that constant is represented as rho. This rho is resistivity of the material. Here we got most important relation here, that is R is equal to rho L divided by A. In this expression, say if you substitute L is equal to 1 meter and A is equal to 1 meter square, we get R is equal to rho. So, definition of resistivity is, it is resistance offered by a conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section. SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Here there are some points which are related to resistivity. For perfect conductors, the resistivity is 0, and for perfect insulator it is infinity. Resistivity depends on nature of the material and temperature, but it does not depend on the dimensions of the conductor. Means resistivity is not depending on length, it is not depending on area of cross section of the conductor. It is independent of dimensions. Most important point, try to remember it. Now if we plot a graph for copper, that is variation of resistivity with temperature, then we will get a curve, and this curve shows that as the temperature increases, the resistivity also increases. In the next graph, some alloys are mentioned here. Say nichrome. For nichrome, how resistivity and temperature varies. If we want to see, then this curve shows as the temperature increases, resistivity increases linearly, means you will get a straight line. In the next graph, how resistivity varies in case of semiconductor. So along x-axis temperature, along y-axis resistivity, and we are getting decreasing curve, means as the temperature increases, resistivity decreases. Hope all these points are clear to you. Let us continue in the next class. Thank you.